a long warm noise like shapes inside our eye. Inside our eye. Inside our eye. Our eye. Inside the birth. The birth. The birth call is. The birth call is. The birth call is the honest silence of ourselves. We breathe in water that is warm and luminous and only are. The birth call is a monstrous bivouac of the impending soul upon the cold plateaus that overlook the world. The birth call is the street plan of Atlantis, hushed drowned avenues of our beginnings, lost in myth and bladder rack. The birth call is the newspaper that hides our face while we commute to life, anonymous behind the bloody headlines. The birth call is the blissful and erotic solitude of us. No sooner have we hands than they're between our legs. The birth call is sheet music for a symphony sublime and terrible in red notation on a mucus stave. The birth call is a chrysalis where incubates conceit and miracle, our masterpieces, all our love and death camps. The birth call is the complex dream we have of nothing when there's nothing else to dream. It is our soul identifying luggage label in the waiting room before they call our name, and being named, we are no more a part of everything. It is the blueprint, costed first and then commenced, from which proceeds all of our vaulted spine and spire, our nave, our crypt and corner, with our stress points already apparent in the tea-stained diagram. It is our flag, the standard that we carry into battle with the world, our gas mask in the flooded trench before we go over the top, the barbed wire hair and deafening roar and sudden flare of light, and oh my God, we're hit, and limp and gory we are gathered up by angels, and it all surrounds us. Self and time surrounds us. It is in our mouth and ears and eyes. This present moment, 18th of November 1953, the lulling body drone between the stretch-marked and translucent arches under the bulbed canopy above, where vague forms move against the light, the antlered shadows in our cave, cryptic procession, ever winding past. Pull back into the sacred body bag. Pull back the toes and fingers into flippered limbs, and flippered limbs withdraw to torso. We are heads and tails, and it's our call. And it's our call. We dwindle back, unraveling from lizards into fishes down the spiral staircase, back to splash and zygote and conception. The night swimmers thrash towards the ovum's blinding holy beacon. Somewhere, now above, in giant chambers full of thunder and unthinkable emotions, God and Goddess fuck. And there, amidst the sweat and stench of the taboo, is light, uncanny, and profound. The birth call is the grisly banner left to flutter at our peak, the clear and lucid pinnacle of what we are before we start our long descent into the memory-shrouding fogs that roil below the cloud line. It is totem of a dream time forfeited, a birth cry songline long since strangled and abandoned in our eagerness to kneel before the world's hallucinations that have bent our backs, that have reduced us, made us separate from what we are. The birth caul is a thread of spore, a breadcrumb trail that guides us back down the ape hill to the crotch of valley and the swamp below, the rich black waters and the belly mud, amino acid river and its nucleotide tide, a fast and churning smartphone bearing everything before it, rushing backwards to a source that is abhuman, absolute and utter. A Precambrian driftwood littering its banks, it surges back through dams of category, banked up ocean wall of definition, separating us from other, dashing it aside as if it were no more than words. Another hurdle in the breathless race upstream towards our spawning ground, our secret fountain. In its seethe and boil we are eroded, whittled back to nothing with the layers of what we are fallen away like scales, our core exposed, the raw gobstopper heart of us revealed and glistening, as verse by verse the song unwrites itself back to the word, the syllable, the cold white page. Sex, race, subspecies, species, phyla, class, organism, thymine, cytosine, adenine, guanine, carbon, periodic table, cosmos, bang, and void, the empty room where we are come from, and void, the empty room where we are come from, and void, the empty room where we hear singing, and void, the empty room where is the light from, where is the light from, where is the light from? And we hide our eyes, and we hide our eyes, and we block our ears, and the birth caul is, and the birth caul is, and our lips are sealed